All right, so this is your full length Samana Vayu practice, and there's a saying in the tradition of Tantra that when in doubt, twist. And what that means is any twisting poses that we do are purely sattvic, and what that means is they just induce peace and calm irrespective of the constitution of the person that's practicing it. So in yoga we talk about the different doshas. We've got kapha, pitta, vata. If you head onto my YouTube, you'll see there's a whole bunch of info there that you can watch. But twisting is the one practice that brings about like balance for all dosha types. The intention of working with Samana is to bring us into clarity, purity, peace, and mental spaciousness. So there's a spacious, like an internal spaciousness that comes with this type of a practice. Obviously when we're twisting, we're working with the viscera, with the internal organs. And we always speak in yoga about I'd much rather have a broken arm than a broken liver. And this is where the prana and the vitality and the healing can occur to the internal organs, as twisting brings us into relationship with Samana Vayu. Samana Vayu is about the assimilation, so how we extract nutrients from our food, obviously, in a physical sense. So it lives in the small intestine, but how we extract nutrients from life lessons as well. So there's a lot in this about wisdom. It's like developing the wisdom to extract the nourishment from life and then convert that into spiritual maturity. So the wisdom from life experience. And without a healthy dose of Samana Vayu, we're actually most inclined to repeat the same mistakes over and over and over, and we're not able to glean the necessary lesson from those mistakes. So without further ado, let's get started. Come to your mat and we'll come straight down onto your back. So you'll have your knees bent, feet flat, arms by your side, and I don't mind if you've got palms up or down, it's totally up to you. And I'm going to work with a little bit of dynamic twisting, so I want you to pick your knees up off the floor and try to just keep your knees over your hips and your lower back anchored into the mat. You also want to check that the chin is tucked into the back of the neck is long. Then we're going to inhale here, and then taking the knees over halfway to the left as you exhale. So you can take your arms out to shoulder height if that's better. And then inhale back through center, and then knees over to the right as you exhale. So we're just hovering like halfway. Inhale back through center. Exhale to the left. So you're feeling this, we're already starting to stimulate the internal organs. Inhale back. And exhale, twist. Inhale back. Exhale, twist. Inhale back. Exhale, twist. And then we'll inhale back through center, and this time take the legs all the way over to the left. And just rest your left hand outside of the right thigh there, and you can keep the right arm extended out to shoulder height. Now you can look in the same direction as your knees or the opposite, depending on what feels best in your neck. But I would like you guys, right from the get-go, put your mind's eye into the navel center and see the navel expanding and balloon out as you breathe in. And it's not forceful, but actually contract the navel back towards the spine as you breathe out. So we're starting to stoke the internal fire again. So breathing in as the belly expands. And out as the navel draws in. And then inhale back through center, and we'll go straight over to the other side. So knees all the way over to the right this time. You can pop the knees on blocks if they don't reach the floor. Less important where the knees reach, more important that you're feeling this through the abdomen. So as you extend your left arm out to shoulder height, see the navel twist towards the left also. So we're moving the chi from the right side where it starts all the way around to the left. And again, it's that inhale as the belly expands. We want to keep the focus at the navel center, which is where Samana Vayu resides, this energy that lives in the navel center. And just gradually contracting the navel back on the breath out. And then inhaling back through center. Draw the knees into the chest, maybe a little rock back and forth along the spine. And then come onto the hands and knees. So we're going to go from all fours to down dog. So I'll show you the first round. It's an inhale in all fours. And then tuck the toes and exhale into down dog. So you can keep the knees bent. We're still early in the practice. So we come inhale down, tiny little lift of the chin, and then exhale back. Okay, and then we're going to add the breath in. So as you inhale, lower the knees for 4, 2, 3, 4. And then exhale to down dog for 4, 2, 3, 4. Just drawing the navel in slightly, and then inhale, knees lower for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, down dog for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, knees down for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, down dog for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale down for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, down dog 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Navel's drawing back that whole time. Last one, inhale down for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, down dog 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now hold yourself in down dog here. Spread out through the palms as you plug down through the thumb mound, the middle finger mound, and the pinky finger mound. Might need a slight bend in the knees, but really feel this sense of the spine lengthening. And then we're working with an inhale 4, exhale 4. And again, we come back to that really simple focus of the mind in the navel center. We're using the count of the breath to start to anchor the mind into some level of stillness. Let the back of the head relax, separate the teeth. There's no strain. From there, inhale, step the right foot forward. Put the back knee down. Keep the left hand on the floor as you inhale the right arm up. So in an easy twisting lunge. So I want you guys to focus here as you inhale in, lengthening the spine forward. Then as you exhale, twist from the navel, but notice if the left shoulder head rolls in. So I want you to externally rotate the left arm. And then start to anchor the twist from the navel center. No strain through the neck. Keep again. Just keep letting go through the right side as you move the right shoulder away from the right ear. And one more feeling breath into your navel. Feel the legs press down. Keep the pelvis still, just twist from the navel as you exhale. So nothing else moves, it's all about the internal organs. Beautiful work, and then release. Just press back to down dog there as you exhale. See if you can feel into the energy that's in the right side of your belly and the energy on the left. You notice that one feels a little bit more alive than the other. And then change sides, step the left foot forward, the back knee goes down. Right palm plants and the left arm reaches up. So again, we want to make sure that we're not thrusting the right shoulder forward. So start to externally rotate. So that means just start to rotate the inner crease of your elbow forward. And then inhale, crown of the head forward, and as you exhale, twist from the navel. So there is a little bit of let go through the left side of the neck. Keep rotating the right shoulder away from the chest. And be mindful not to move the pelvis. So when you inhale, feel the spine lengthen for sure. Then when you exhale, you're twisting from the navel center. Not the neck, not the head, not the eyes, just the navel. And then one more breath into your belly as you feel the belly expand. Twisting a little more as you breathe out. And then release. This time step forward, come into Uttanasana, forward fold. You can bend the knees as much as you need to here. I want you guys to feel like the back of the head is relaxed. So we've just done a lot of Samana and we're just bringing in a little bit of an Samana Vayu, kind of forward folding action here, just to ground that assimilative energy in. And then that way the Apana will take away what needs to be eliminated. And then we come all the way up on the inhale, arms reach up, up, up. And hands to heart on the exhale. Okay. So we're going to work with dynamic chair, which is, pretty intense. And it will test the mental capacity just as much as it will test your physical capacity. So you can have your feet together or apart. I like mine a little bit wider. And then you'll inhale up into chair for 4, 2, 3, 4. Keeping the knees bent. Exhale, fold for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale up for 4, 2, 3. Legs straighten. 4. Exhale, knees bend, fold for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale up for 4, 2, 3. So come all the way up. 4, legs straighten. Back to chair for 8, 2, 3. Coming all the way forward. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale up for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, fold for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last dynamic. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now inhale up for 4, 2, 3, 4. Sink down into chair and hold. So the chest is lifted, the gaze is on the horizon. Maybe a slight bend through the arms to open the chest more. And then the 1-to-1 ratio of the breath, so we're in 4, out 4. Drawing the navel back towards the spine. Keeping the gaze steady, looking forward. Last breath in. And then inhale, straighten the legs. Lower the arms down, pause there. Feeling that stirring at the navel center. Maybe an increased heart rate. Maybe some mental tension came up for you then. And then, okay, maybe watch this first. We're going to work through a variation of dynamic pyramid. Just be mindful, guys, with the dynamic pyramid, you don't want to be setting yourself up to fall short. So something like this is too long. Make sure the feet are hip width laterally. The back toes turn out slightly. And you've always got a bit of softness, especially in that front leg. So the right hand will come to the lower back, the left arm will come up by your ear. Inhale, and then you'll exhale, fold like so. All right, so I'm going to count you through. Let's just get into position. Left arm up by the bicep by the ear, and see if you can keep that kind of close there. So inhale here, lifting up, and then exhale, fold for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold out there for 2, 1. Come on up for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, fold for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold out for 2, 1. Come on up for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold out for 2, 1. Inhale 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last dynamic. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold out for 2, 1. Now bring both hands to the floor, work them forward, maybe a foot or so. The left hand can always be on a block. Left hand on the floor. Lift the left leg so that is parallel to the floor. The top of the thigh is parallel.
And the right arm reaches straight up. So we're twisting again from the navel center. We're in a revolved half moon. Again, I want you to feel for an inhale as you lengthen the crown of the head forward, and then nothing through the legs or pelvis moves. It's literally just the navel. The navel twist to the right. I'm working with a 1-to-1 ratio of the breath. We feel each exhale, it's like a squeeze of the navel back towards the spine. And think about squeezing out, the nutrients from what you last ate, but maybe also from a lesson in your life that you know that you're repeating at the moment. Maybe you can set the intention in this pause to assimilate the lesson from that. Release both hands to the floor, lower the back foot down. So you're back in a pyramid position. Inhale onto your fingertips. And then folding forward as you exhale. So you can bend that front knee. I'm going to go back to the breath. So in 4, out 6. Hold out for 2. So inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold out for 2, 1. And count yourself through a few more rounds like that. Be mindful of letting the back of the head go. Be aware of any overstraining physically, but also think about your mental attitude towards this practice. Like, are you in that place of really pushing and fighting against the intensity? Or are you able to surrender and accept what is, even if it's not comfortable? Which, it probably isn't. It never usually is when we're growing. And next breath, come all the way up. That's on an inhale. Step to the top of the mat as you exhale and just pause there. So it's always important to stop and feel what's gone on in one side of the body. We're never going to be in a place where we breeze through a yoga practice and something doesn't come up to challenge us. If we are, we're playing it too safe. So know that this practice is meant to irritate you. Because if we don't see what irritates us, how are we meant to change it? It shows us where the work is, which is constant, All right, feet parallel. So make sure that the left foot is forward this time. Left hand to the lower back, right arm up by the ear. Inhale. Exhale, fold for 8. 2, 3, actually 4, just 6, 5, 6, my apologies. Hold your breath out for 2, 1. Inhale up for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale down for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stop at 6. Hold your breath out for 2, 1. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold out for 2, 1. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold out for 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold out for 2, 1. And then both hands to the floor. Revolving half moon, the back leg lifts, the right hand stays on the floor and the left arm comes up. So we're pushing through the right heel a little. Keep a bit of a bend through the right knee. So remember, we're interested in the navel and the internal organs more than the quads and the biceps. Inhale, lengthen the spine and then twist your navel towards your left. Watch for that right shoulder wanting to press forward again. It will want to kind of overcompensate. We're bringing the breath back to a 1-to-1 ratio again and staying with the intensity. Like this pause should bring up some type of reaction, whether that's irritability, frustration, whatever your go-to is. And just commit to staying with the breath, no matter how uncomfortable this is, because the mind will tell you otherwise. And this is where we get to practice being steady in the face of, messy life stuff. Lower the back leg down, both hands to the floor. Go up onto the fingertips, take an inhale, lengthen, and then forward fold over that front leg. So we're going to again go back to the breath. In 4, out 6, hold out for 2. So inhale 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Holding out for 2, 1. And then count for yourself. In 4, out 6, hold 2. Still making sure that you contract the navel back as you breathe out. Hold it contracted as you hold the breath out. And then relax the navel as you breathe in. Coming all the way up, inhale. Step to the top of the mat. As you exhale, and again, just let the arms rest by the side there, back of the head over the sacrum. Feel what's different in the navel, if anything at all. And then inhale, arms up. Forward fold as you exhale. Just pause here again as you let the back of the head go. Hands can be on the shins or the floor. One-to-one ratio of your breath. And from there, step back to down dog only. And lower your knees down. So I'll demonstrate these next options depending on where you're at in the practice. So one option is to be working with your feet together. You'll inhale up into chair pose, and then you'll exhale, twist. Okay, so you've got palms pressing together, you're in chair and you're twisting to the right. We'll do 5 breaths there, we'll come up and we go to the opposite side. So that's one option. If you're feeling a bit more adventurous, we're coming into side crow. Now you can rest your leg on both elbows, which I feel is really good when you're learning. If you're someone that's a little bit more advanced in this pose, you're just resting your legs onto one of your triceps, while the other one is free there at the back. All right, so don't go into the whole head game of, oh my God, I can't do that, I'm a failure. It's just like choose the option that you're at the moment and be okay with that. And we'll do 5 breaths in each side. Right, so I'm going to demo side crow because it is one of those days for me. But if you're doing chair, you go for it. Count your own 5 breaths. And it's interesting, like these advanced poses might look all exciting, but the most simpler options are where we get the most prana, funnily enough. I'd love to tell everyone on Instagram that. And that's not to take away from the fun of it. Like, it's fun to see progress, but from a technical level, there's so much less advantage from doing these than there is from sticking with the basics, especially on a pranic level. When you've done, come back to down dog. Deep breath in through the back of the body. And then bring your feet together, come forward into a plank, that's an inhale. Lower all the way down as you exhale. So I'm just going to try and organise my mic. I might get you guys to watch this one first. So you're going to work with your arms by your side and the forehead on the floor. Technical difficulties. All right. And then bring both your hands to the lower back. So it will look like this. You will inhale, the left arm forward and the right leg lifts. Keep the chin tucked. As you bring it back, the left cheek goes to the mat. And then we'll go the opposite side, right arm forward, left leg. And as you exhale, right cheek to the mat. So set yourself up with enough space. Hands to the lower back. And then inhale, lift the left arm, right leg, keep the chin tucked. Exhale, bring it back, left cheek to the floor. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, right cheek to the floor. So I'm going to do 4 more of those. So inhale, left arm, right leg. Left cheek to the floor. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Right cheek to the floor. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Left cheek to the floor. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Right cheek to the floor. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Left cheek to the floor. Inhale, right arm, left leg. right cheek to the floor. Do one more on each side. And let your arms rest by your side when you're done. A big breath through the back of the body. And relax on your exhale. And then press back to child's pose. So you can have your knees wide or closer together. If you've got your knees wide, you'll want the arms straight ahead. If they're narrow, maybe arms by your side. And stay with the breath, in 4, out 4. And easy on up. Moving into Ardha Matsyendrasana, our half Lord of the Fishes. So the right leg will be on top first. Now, if you're someone that needs to straighten the bottom leg, that's okay. What we want ideally in this, guys, is that both sit bones are on the floor. So if you're like this, you might want to sit up on something like a block or a cushion or something. And then ideally we want to press down to the inner right foot as well. Okay. So hand comes behind, that's your right hand. You inhale the left arm up and then hook the elbow onto the knee. That's the first option. If you can go a little bit deeper, you can take the elbow outside of the knee, but sometimes I do that depending on the day and it actually squashes me down. So feel for the version that allows you to lift up through the spine. And then close your eyes in this pose. Place your attention to the area in between your eyebrows, like you're looking inward. And just continue with a 1-to-1 ratio of your breath. As you draw the navel back towards the spine on the exhale. Remember, the spine is where it's all at. Like, it does not matter what is going on in our legs and our arms in a pose, anywhere near as much as it does of what is happening in our spine. We want to feel this erectness through the spine, which is where all of the energy, all the prana that we're working to get more of resides. And release. Come on out a little, but just pause there for a moment. Bring your hands to your right knee and sit upright. And then change the cross of the legs. So this time the left leg goes on top. So again, just those checkpoints. Make sure both sit bones are on the floor, and if they're not, sit on something. You want to be pressing down best you can through the inner arch of the left foot. Left hand is behind, and then inhale the right arm up. I always start with the elbow version first, just to see what's available, and then if it feels okay, I'll go a little bit deeper. You'll probably notice one side is a lot easier to twist than the other as well, so just pay attention to that. Be aware of the discrepancies from one side to the other. And then always feel as though the tailbone is reaching down, the crown of the head is reaching up. Feel for a strong, stable spine. And inhale back through centre, pause again there, just hands on the knee. So you can get the spine straight and long. And then from there, release. Take your legs out in front. Now remember with this one, if it's really intense for your hammies, you can do it with the soles of the feet together like so. Otherwise, inhale, arms up. Keeping the spine long as you extend and exhale to fold. Maybe inhale halfway, just get that extra bit of length through the spine, keep the chin tucked. And then fold as you exhale again. So feeling this length of the spine as the chin tucks in. Whether you've got the soles of the feet together or not, it's just a 1-to-1 ratio of the breath. So in 4, out 4. It's constantly placing your awareness back to the navel, no matter how much your mind wants you to do otherwise. It's not about neglecting what's going on in the mind. It's just about taking a bit of reprieve from the thoughts that go through there, which, if you're anything like me, are constant. Which is the job of the mind, it's to constantly produce these thoughts, yet our problem, or my problem specifically, is I think I need to pick every thought up and do something about it. It's quite a revelation to think that I can have a thought and not need to take any action. Most of them never really come to anything anyway. Okay, last breath in there to feel the belly pressing out into the thighs. And drawing the navel back as you breathe out. And then come all the way up on the inhale. Let's lower the hands down by the side as you exhale to feel the length of the spine again. And then from there, lay down for Shavasana, final rest. So take your arms out to the side. If you need to take legs up the wall, that's actually all right. You can do that. I actually like to just have my hands on the belly. Feel the belly rise and fall and the breath in and out. Just maybe even for a minute or so until like I've really arrived in Shavasana. And from there, bringing your ankles to touch. Remember, you can always stay longer if you need. Reaching your arms over your head, maybe get a full body stretch. And just let yourself ease over to one side slowly. Just pause there a moment. And then easing up to sitting or kneeling. So your hands rest easy at your heart. So take a deep breath in there. And a steady breath out through the mouth. And complete this practice, as always, in gratitude to those that went before us and brought this lineage to us. Namaste.